Hey, 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 and happy Tuesday, guys. Listen, this weekend was a long weekend, so we missed Marriage Monday, but I'm back. If this is your first time here, my name is Candy J. I am a certified clinical sexologist through the Dr. Rachel Institute, the American Colleges of Sexology. I am a certified premarital and marital counselor, a seven principles of making marriage work Gottman leader, a wedding officiant, a wedding travel agent. Oh my goodness, so many different things on this platform. But it's Mental Health May, right? And so I just kind of wanted to bring a few things to you real quick about Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And it's something that it's a theory in developmental psychology that every person needs these things in order to be okay in their life period. And and so here's the thing, guys. Like the hierarchy of needs, and we'll talk about it. And I was gonna put it on the screen, but it's not. It seems to not be working, so I'll just have to talk from where I can see right now. But psychological needs. Let's think. I mean, I'm sorry, not psychological, physiological needs. Let's see here. So we've got breathing, right? We need to be able to inflate our lungs. We need food, we need water, we need shelter, we need clothing, and we need sleep. We need oxygen, right? So let's think about this. How does that work when we're in a marriage, right? We just need our basic needs met. And if we feel threatened that our basic needs are not going to be met, then of course that affects how that individual is acting in a particular relationship or marriage, right? So safety and security is the next one, right? So that means health, employment, property, family, social abilities, protection. And protection is a big one, right? Women talk about this all the time. You know, I need someone that's going to protect and provide. Safety needs is protection, right? And so that's also having emotional security, right? Financial security, freedom from fear, right? And social stability, right? So if that is being threatened in your relationship, then that need is not being met, right? And so it's a very important thing to make sure that we do check-ins to make sure that that person is feeling safe on all different levels. And I'm not just talking about the woman, I'm talking about the man too, right? Because I think about a couple of mine that he had some issues at his job, and he was racially profiled and put in danger because he was on someone's property. He was legally on someone's property doing his job, and he was threatened. And so then he began to not feel safe. And then that began to, he was coping with with an addiction. It became an addiction of some of the things that he was utilizing to cope. So he didn't feel safe, and this was safety in the community, right? For law and order, for all of those things. And then he began not to feel safe in his relationship because she didn't know how to support him and have grace and patience with him. So that's how that translates sometimes into your relationship. If we talk about love and belonging, this includes friendship. And if you've been on my lives before, you know that a big deal is the foundation. You got pillars of trust, you got a pillar of commitment, but at the foundation of everything out of any good relationship is friendship. And so that meets the need of love and belongingness on the hierarchy of needs. And again, guys, I'm talking about how his hierarchy of needs translates into relationships and into marriage, right? Intimacy. Remember, if you've been here before, you know intimacy is not sex, okay? And so intimacy is building that relationship with someone, right? In all these different types of ways, right? That this person really truly knows you, right? Also, a sense of belonging is trust and acceptance. And let's just be real. If I can't trust, right? That was one of the pillars, right? If I can't trust my person, then that tears down the house of the relationship. If I don't feel accepted, if I don't feel like I can turn towards that person, if I don't feel like I can get the affection right from that person, that's how that manifested. I want to feel wanted, right? Um, and feel honestly, the wanted and safe sometimes go together, very much so, because if I feel wanted, then I feel safe that you are in this for the long haul. So it's a lot that goes into love and belongingness, right? For that need, right? And then we go into esteem needs, right? And that this includes self-worth and accomplishment and respect, right? And so when you think about esteem for yourself, it's like the dignity, the achievements, the mastery of things, the independence, right? But then in the relationship, do I feel important, right? And if I have some issues about self-worth and self-acceptance and self-esteem, how does that translate and trickle over to some of the issues and the problems that we have? Because sometimes they manifest because here I am having low self-esteem, and here I am not taking my person to affirm and reassure me that mm, you are beautiful, you are gorgeous, you are successful, you are intelligent. But even if they say these things, if you don't feel those things inside of yourself, then you're not going to believe them, which means that then they're going to be resentful because they're telling you these things, right? And they're making sure that you feel this way. But because of the internal stuff that you have, if you're looking at me, because of the internal stuff that you have, right, it's going in one ear and out the other, and then that causes an issue into your relationship, which means that it's two individuals in the relationship, but you got to work on yourself, and then work on things together, right? So then we go to self-actualization, right? And this is talking about the potential for to see. It's actually talking about a person's potential, period, right? But self-fulfillment, seeking personal growth. We talk about having a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset, right? And being able to have a desire to accomplish everything that you can, right? And how does that work when you are in a relationship, right? If you're with a creative person, you want to push them to their goals. If you want to create some type of shared meaning, right? And shared dreams, and you want to be able to push that person and see that and reassure them and affirm them, right? You see how all of these flow together in a relationship. And if you have that supportive person, sometimes you're going to be doing this, right? And you're going to be the person that's being pushed, right? And then at other times you're going to do like this because you're pushing the other person, and these two things work hand in hand. So I just wanted to, I didn't want to be before you guys long, but I just wanted to talk about that really quickly because it's so important how no one talks about the hierarchy of needs until they're lacking, right? Until they've gone to some type of counseling, right? And I just want to bring those things to you so that you can be affirmed and so that you guys can see where there may be an issue and there may be a breakdown. And then, if you need the services, there's nothing wrong with hitting me up in my DM and saying, hey, Candy, we need a couple of sessions. We need to talk through some things so that we can make sure that we are meeting all of these hierarchy of needs. Okay. So again, my name is Candy J. I am your favorite premarital and marital counselor, Mocha marriage facilitator, Gottman leader of 7 Principles of Making Marriage Work, your wedding officiant, your travel agent for all things wedding, and sometimes beyond. But hit me up. Ring that bell, hit that like button, send me a DM, comment on this video, or share this video with someone that may need it. Okay. Have an amazing Tuesday, and I shall see you guys later. Thanks for lunching with